Hello ladies. Excuse me. I'm still coming to grips with my new toy, my camcorder, so I'm still figuring out where to go, how to do it and all that. So, the other day I showed you some beadwork I've been doing, and on the table also was some little, I think it was one, little velvet flower that I'd made. Let me try and get this a bit more in focus. I think that's about it now. And I think it was this little blue one here. And I said I'd show you how I did it, because I've been trying to find use for some of my cheap velvet I've got. And it's very soft velvet, and there only seems to be so much I can do with it, you know, like covering things and that. So what I've been doing is I've been mixing some glue. It's about 1 part water, 1 part glue. It's a bit like cream, isn't it? Single cream. It's not quite as thick as what you would have if you were doing those doilies, where you soak it in glue and put it over a bowl, you know, to make a doily bowl. I don't want it that stiff, so it's you know, it's not as thick as that. So this is almost dry, and it's still manageable. It's still manageable, this, but it gives that little bit more firmness to do different kinds of flowers and that. So that's what I've been doing, and that's how I do my stiffening of the velvet. And I've also been doing some felt as well, because when I do beadwork I use felt, you know what I mean, as a base. And you can buy special felt for it, but I've got quite a lot of felt, so I thought I'd try just stiffening it a bit and see if I can use that, because you don't want to put too much on, because your needle's got to go through the glue, hasn't it? So, you know, it's a bit of trial and error, but we're going to experiment with that. So anyway, that's my gluey velvet, which has come out nice. So I'll put that over there, and I'll show you my flowers again. The other thing I've been stiffening is some satin. I got this satin from Amanda Charlesworth, and she was selling it as cheap satin, bless her, and it was cheap satin. I've not done a lot with mine, so I thought, well, I'll try and stiffen it a bit and see if I can make some flowers from it. So I have, and that's not a very good one to put on, is it? Let's put it on the darker one. Here, I red. And there's one of them. So it does work on that. So it's a bit paperish actually now, but you know, it's a nice little flower. It still wants a few petals on that one. So that's what I've been doing. So this is my bag of stiffened, and Arthur keeps saying stop rattling bags in front of your video because everybody can hear them, but I'm deaf, so I can't, so it doesn't matter to me. So I'll just have a drink. I'm having a drink of tea, see. Arthur's gone to trouble making it, and we'll drink it. And very nice tea it is too. And so I started off with this blue one. To make the petals, it's just the simple petal shape, straight at the bottom and curved at the top, whatever sizes you want. I've done a few sizes, as you can see, and that's what I keep there. I mean, if you've got a very good paper cutter, you could do it on that, but I haven't got one that does that pattern, or different sizes. So when you've cut them out, you then want to have a lighter or some kind of flamethrower, and just to do the edges a bit, just warm it up, mind don't burn your fingers, and it just gives a little bit of a ruffled edge for on the top of the rose. So that's That's all I've been doing, just a little bit. And then you say, be careful when you start touching it because it will be warm. But it just gives that little ruffled edge on the thing. You can do it as well once you've attached the thing. To start it off, I'm not going to show you exactly how I do it because I'm all fingers and thumbs. But it's a slightly longer length than that. And then just fold it in. And then roll it and glue it or sew it, whatever you prefer, until you get a little centre bit that looks like a centre of a rose. And then once you've started that, you can start sticking your petals on. So just a little bit of glue from my glue gun and stick that on. As simple as that. And if I want that a little bit more crinkly, a bit of crinkle, we will. Like that. Okay. So that's all I've been doing. Simple. Like that. You can make it then as big as you want or as small as you want. When I've finished, I then made some chiffon leaves. Little dark mid-green they are, chiffon leaves. And how I did that was a piece of chiffon. It was 4 inches, same length as that. Okay? Yeah, 4 inches. And it's a 1.5 inch, I think, no, this is actually 1 inch, what I made for the petals. But this, for the leaves, is 1.5 inch, which is a nice size to do for leaves. So I cut that off, and then all you do is fold the 2 ends up like that. Yes, you want that as close together as possible because that's the point of your leaf. And then a running stitch along the top just to gather them all together. Yeah, and then cut off excess. Don't cut your like I've done in the past, your thread, because you have to start again then. And then I'll just give it a little burn across, just to, so it doesn't melt it, and then pull that through, pull it nice and tight. You want pretty strong cotton. I'll wrap it round, do a couple of, quite a few tutorials on this, but this is my way. I did it my way. And then for the end, just to make it a bit more leaf-like, I just gathered the point, just burn the end a bit, whoops, and squeeze it. Then you've got like a nice little point, okay? A little point for the top of your leaf. Now on these, I then put a gold leaf on it, a little metal gold leaf like that, just to add a little bit. And to make the colouring on it, it's not the actual colour, I used blue, but it was this, stickles, okay? But I have in the past as well used nail varnish, so if you've got any glittery nail varnish, that will do as well. And just a little bit, and it just adds a little something. And I put a little diamante in the middle. You don't have to do that. Okay, so that's how I've done my, I'm just seeing what time it is on that, 9. Okay, so the red ones, that was done with, I'll show you, a scarf, and it's like velvet, but it's got a burnout to it as well, you know, a burnout thing to it as well, which is very pretty. And I just thought, well, I'll try a little bit on a rose. The glue made it very, very stiff. It's much stiffer than the other, and and more difficult to work with, and I seem to be full of glue all over it. I have put some glitter on it because I'm thinking they might work maybe around Christmas time. You know, with the gold and the dark red and that. The leaves, I'll show you, are plastic leaves. How about, yeah, plastic, acrylic leaves like that, which can be sewn onto things. That's why I rarely bought them. But I thought they were a little bit apple green for me. So I used a marker pen on them just to make them a darker colour. And then I used a little bit of stickle on them as well. Okay, so you can alter things, you know, if you don't like it too much. So that's what I did with that one. The red one is from Red Velvet as well, and I'm not as keen on these as well either. That was not too bad. The velvet though does pick up every bit of fluff you've got lying around on your desk, I tell you. And this one I've added a little bit of gold as well, so I'm not sure about these, but we'll go with them for now and see what we can do with them. So I did do that. I don't know if I've just shown you this. This is the little rose I did with the cheap satin, and it's not come out bad at all. It wants a couple more petals around it, but it's not come bad at all, that one. So I think I'll do a few more, and I might get the lilac one out as well. I'll do that. Okay, I'm just going to move this needle because I'm a dangerous person to have around me with needles and that with me, because I don't see them and then suddenly my skin finds them and I shriek. And I'm hoping there's enough light here. I'm going to put this light on just in case there isn't. Now you most probably see. Can you see better? I'm not sure. Right, these were the other pretty ones I did, which I think these have come out lovely. Really nice. Now these I did out of chiffon. I've had this I don't know how long. Charity shop or a cheap craft shop, I'm not sure, but I know the whole ball was very cheap. And it measures 1 inch, which seemed to be just nice size for a 3-petal flower. Okay, now to make that 3-petal flower, which will end up like that, okay, you want again 4 inches. I'm sticking with 4 inches today, 4 inches, and then you do a running stitch down that side, along the bottom and up, so eventually it will go like that together. Okay, I'll show you another one there. Okay, so you've got it like that, and that's your petal. Okay, and then I put a little piece of cardboard underneath. I stuck the petals around, and then for the centre it was something else I've had a long time, a string of gold acrylic flowers, I think that, and they've got a little diamante in the middle. So I cut them off and they've been put to use as the centre, but you can put whatever you like in. The leaves on these, I've used a satin leaf, okay, and then on top I've used a darker, here, this is it, a darker green chiffon, okay, organza. I keep saying chiffon, is it organza? Is that the same thing? I'm not sure. Anyway, organza ribbon, bow maker. Don't know how long I've had that. So that's how they turned out. Now this one, this white one I did, the ribbon was slightly wider. I think it must have been 1.5 inches, and I definitely wouldn't go any bigger, I don't think, wider than that. Not for a 3-petal flower, you'd have to add more petals. And there's the acrylic leaves, which I haven't done anything to that one, and that's how it is. It's like an apple blossom. Okay, ladies, so let me tell you what I do. 14, I'm not done bad at all. I've just got to keep remembering, looking at the time and things like that. And I've not done any pause. I'll go downstairs and have you practiced with the pause button? No, I haven't. I've done it all in a oneer. So that's all for now, ladies. So I just thought I'd show you my lovely flowers I've made, and I'll come back again and show you some other things. I think I should do what Betsy Doodle said I should do. Show you a few of my other things from this last few months, because I've had terrible trouble this last few months with my old camera. Everything was blurry, but I think everything is clear now. So thank you for watching, ladies, and thank you very much all my new subscribers. Thanking Betsy Doodle for sending them. She's a little love, isn't she? And I welcome you one and all, and I hope you enjoy some of the things that I make. Thank you very much for coming to Penny's Place. Bye bye for now. Bye.